for this segment.
They're saying this is what he want me to do. And Cleveland, this is for you.
Cleveland.
This is for you. Cleveland, this is for you.
All right, y'all. So it's a football game happening Sunday. It's a big
Is
game.
it?
Yeah, just in case you haven't heard, it's a big football game that's going to be played on Sunday in LA. I think, let's see, -4 over under 48.5. I always come up with my answer right on cue. I'm gonna go over, and I'm
Welcome
gonna
back.
go to Rams. I'm gonna go to Rams will cover. So let's get into the details of why I feel like this. So I feel like a lot of positions that the Rams beat the Bengals in, a lot of from top to bottom. I've seen on these shows, ESPN, Fox Sports, one. I've seen that everybody wants to talk about the sexy matchup, Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase. Nope, I think they're overrating it. I don't think it's about that matchup. I think it's about, can Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, can they take advantage of Darius Williams and David Long? If they do that, it may be a different ball game, because Jalen Ramsey, they might not even have him travel with just Jamar Chase in the first place, because they have other elite weapons on the outside. So I think that's the key. I think Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins exposing their two and number three and number four cornerbacks are more important than them focusing squarely on that matchup between Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase. And on the Ram side of the ball, same thing. Can can the secondary, I mean, can the receivers, can Odell Beckham and Van Jefferson take advantage of the Bengals corners? Because Cooper Cup is going to get his. He's going to get his. The Bengals have a nice little trio. They got Eli Apple, Awuzie, and Mike Hilton. They have a nice little trio. Can Odell Beckham and Van Jefferson help out Cooper Cup? Because we know that's Stafford's favorite target. We know he's the go-to. We know he's the number one. So I think the same thing applies to the Rams on that side of the ball. Now, what also is the key is, can Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, can they all dominate the Bengals O line like Tennessee did a couple weeks ago? Because Tennessee got 8 or 9 sacks in that game and held the Bengals to like 19 points, something of that nature. But in this game against the Chiefs, the Chiefs did not take advantage at all. Joe Burrow was only sacked once. So Aaron Donald, all that money you making, they calling you a top three, top five defensive player of all time. You got to make your money in this Super Bowl. Von Miller, you were the Super Bowl MVP when y'all beat Carolina. You got to make your money in the Super Bowl. So can they get pressure? They're not going to rattle Joe Burrow, because we know what they call him. He's Joe Cool. So can they get that pressure and force him to make mistakes? That's the key. Also, which leads me to why I feel Joe Mixon is the key X factor, because I don't think the Rams running game is truly going to be a threat. Cam Akers, yeah, he's a high pick. I think he's a second round pick, but he's not scaring anybody. Daryl Henderson may return, but that's a possibility. I don't know if he's going to return or not. So I don't think the Rams running game is really going to be a major key or factor or scare anyone. So if the Rams secondary shows up and the passing game is struggling a bit, can Joe Mixon, can he be the guy that runs for 100 yards and catch passes out of the backfield and help with that passing game in the short running game. That's why I feel like he'll be the X factor. I feel like if Joe Mixon, the key to the Bengals winning is if Joe Mixon dominates receiving and rushing. That's their key. And I feel like the Rams' key is don't let Joe Burrow be comfortable like the Chiefs did. Don't let him be comfortable. That's how they came back in the second half. So Joe Mixon is my X factor. The Rams will cover. I have the Rams winning. I have them winning. Let's see. I have them winning 29-22. Dr. Legend, go ahead.
What up?
That liquor getting to him, y'all.
Nah, it's not getting to it. I got Cincinnati beating the Rams on Sunday. I'm gonna go with the underdog. I like what Cincinnati has been able to do in the playoffs. For me, though, it's going to be a battle of whose defensive line is going to create the most havoc. I think that the running game for Cincinnati will be there. And even if it's not, Joe Mixon will still be effective in the passing game. So he will be involved in the game greatly. He will have an impact. As far as the Rams running game, it's either hit or miss. It's you don't know what you're gonna get from the Rams running game, but I do think Cincinnati will give you the most complete game. I think their defensive line will come through for them. I just hope that their offensive line holds at least long enough for Joe Burrow to get the ball out into the receiver's hands. I do agree with Iliyaas when he says what he says about T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Are they going to be able to exploit those matchups against the other secondary and the Rams on the Rams defense? But I think they will. They haven't done anything for me to doubt that they can't. It's just a matter of Joe Burrow looking their way. The defense can put as much pressure on Joe Burrow as they can. However, Joe Burrow is unrattled, so he probably won't get baited into making any drastic mistakes and throwing an interception. Like the other guy on the other side of the ball might, Matthew Stafford, even though I do like him. I have no issues with Matthew Stafford. But you pressure Matthew Stafford, he might be prone to throw an interception too. So, and with that being said, because of that turnover issue that Matthew Stafford has, I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I'm going to go a field goal decides the championship, the Super Bowl. I'm going to go 30-27. Cincinnati.
All right,
You said 30-27,
30 to
Cincinnati.
20.
Cincinnati, yes.
Yeah. One more thing before the next person goes. Also, in games decided, regular season and postseason, in games decided by 3 points or less, Cincinnati is 5-4. The Rams are 4-1. So the Rams seems like they're more clutch than the Bengals in those situations. All right, Marlon Marr, let's go. What's your take?
Okay, so there were a whole lot of questions there. So I think that the Rams will cover the 4 points. I think that was one of the first questions.
Yes.
I see it being more like 31-24 type of game.
Okay.
And I picked the Rams to win. The only reason I picked the Rams to win is because like the Bengals defense is like amazing. Like they just come out of nowhere and then just all of a sudden do these things. And you're like, wow, who is this team? But so does the Rams offense. And, Matt Stafford didn't do much when he was in Detroit, and he seems to me to be almost like who was that quarterback for Baltimore when he just basically just was like managing the game, but he didn't really have to do much. Trent Dilfer, thank you, Illy. So I feel like Illy, somebody said something about the running backs for the Rams not doing much, but they've been pulling the Rams out of some situations. Like, you all said something about Cooper Kupp. Of course, Cooper Kupp is going to get his. That's Brian's MVP of the season. I remember you said that. Yes, I mean, Cooper Kupp is going to get his. Odell might get involved, but y'all forget about the tight end Higbee. He's going to get involved as well. So, but and like I was trying to say before.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like I was saying before about the running game and the passing game. The running game opens it up for the passing game. So yes, their running backs might not be anything scary, but they seem to be efficient. So, like, you might not want to put all your eggs in the Matt Stafford basket, but you can put them all in the Rams offensive basket. I'm not as afraid of the Rams defense as I am of the Cincinnati defense. Like I said, Cincinnati just pulls some rabbits out of their hat sometimes. You just like, who is this team? And like you said, Joe Burrow is Captain Cool. So, he's going to be, and the reason that I said 31-24 is because it's probably going to be like at the end of the game, they're trying to drive to win, to get a touchdown, to score, to tie the game. And it just doesn't happen for them. So I feel like it's going to be really close. It's going to be really exciting. Like all of the playoffs have been all season long. We've been all in front of the TV like, ooh, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the Super Bowl is going to be the same thing. But I think in the end that the Rams are going to pull this off because I feel like their offense is going to be a nice challenge for the Cincinnati defense. But like I said, it'll be at the end, Cincinnati trying to come back to try to tie the score, and we'll be all like on the edge of our seat at the end of the game, and it just won't happen for them. That's what I think.
So Charlotte made just a reminder because I don't want to block BJ's face. The Rams are.
I know that.
Hey, block it. Block his face. You do it.
I got the stats.
Oh, you got it? You remember? Okay, go ahead.
So just full transparency, it is tough to watch this game on Sunday as a Cleveland fan and be unbiased. I want them both to lose and neither to win. But I got to pick one, right?
Right.
Yep.
So
thank you, Baker.
Man.
That's another podcast. So I thinking about the spread, I think the Rams will win and I think they will cover the spread. I think they'll more than cover the spread. Cincinnati has been great, but there's also some opportunities there for other teams to win. And if the Rams just simply watch the two Browns games this year, they'll find a playbook on how to beat the Bengals because they are beatable. I don't know if their O-line is going to hold up. And I really wonder, everybody says Joe Cool. He has been cool. He has been unfeathered, but he's never been to a Super Bowl. He's young. His team is young. So are they going to hold up to the pressure? I'm not sure. I think the Rams might have the edge on that. They have a little more, they're a little older team, a little more veterans. So as far as the 48.5, I think it may be under that. I'm just not sure if Cincinnati's going to be on their game completely and be as spectacular as they've been. So I think it may be a little less, and Cincinnati may not do as great, not have the offensive performance that they've had before. So I'm going to call 28-17.
Okay. EJ.
All right. I have nothing new to add to everything y'all just said. So therefore, you know what I gotta do. Make it about the Browns. Trivia question. Right. Oh, well, let me give you my take first. Let me give you my take first. My take is Rams win 26-20, take the under, and the Rams cover. I do want to see the matchup between Ramsey and Jamar Chase, but I don't know if he's going to be guarding him. He should be, but I think they're going to do the double Jamar place, and he has to shut down Higgins. But that's what I think that's going to happen. However, here's my take about how all this always has to go about the Browns. Y'all know I got to bring it back to the Browns. Trivia question.
They're not even in the Super Bowl, but we'll go there.
Who founded the Cincinnati Bengals?
Paul Brown.
Lord have mercy, Paul Brown.
I mean,
who founded the Cleveland Browns?
Paul Brown.
Which team was created first?
Cleveland
Browns. The Cleveland
So there
Browns.
should be no damn way we should not have a Super Bowl before them. Hell no, Cincinnati can't win the Super Bowl because Paul Brown's love was us. We should win this doggone Super Bowl first, not Cincinnati. I'm rooting for the Rams to win. All of you guys' takes about the facts, how the game's going to go is right. I got one more trivia question because I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl. I want to talk about one last thing. I got $1 big.
Ooh, big spender.
What is the most popular food eaten during the Super Bowl? Everybody gets one guess for my $1. Illy, go first.
Oh, I thought I was.
Don't Google it.
I'm not. I'm thinking. The most popular food eaten in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Ooh.
Can
hot dog.
Say something first?
Yes, a hot dog.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wing. Charlamagne.
I was gonna say wings too. Can we have the same answer, or do I need to pick a different answer?
Nope, you can pick the same.
Dr.
Legend.
Wait,
nachos with cheese.
Nachos.
I wanted to wait. I want to change my answer, so I'm not.
Change your answer.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Okay, so what you gotta say, Dr. Legend?
It better not be peanut.
I am going to fold up my $1.
Wait, Dr. Legend, do you have an infinity stone? Okay, continue.
I do. I'm
going to fold up my $1 and put it back in my pocket because all of you were wrong. The number one food eaten during the Super Bowl, Google it. I just Googled it. That's why I wanted to play the game. It's vegetables. Vegetables are the number one food during the Super Bowl, but I ain't eating them.
No.
So I want to know real quick before we go off the air, what y'all eating on Super Bowl Sunday?
Whoa. Since I'm the only one who's taking the Bengals, I feel like I gotta put a wager on this. The Bengals lose. I will drink half a bottle of this.
Oh, you want a wager?
On the air.
You're gonna drink half a bottle?
I will drink a half a bottle of this on the air if the Bengals lose.
A half a bottle?
B, because you said vegetables, you gotta eat vegetables on Super Bowl Sunday. I want you to send us a picture.
That's how confident I am. That's how confident I am in the Bengals.
What is the bet? I want to hear this bet before we exit.
He said he's drinking half a bottle.
If what?
If the Bengals lose.
If the Bengals lose, he said he's drinking a bottle of whatever.
At what point? We need a time frame. That could take you a month to drink a half a bottle.
On air.
No, the podcast is on Wednesday.
Oh, you gonna drink a half a bottle right in front of everybody?
Sure, yes. That's the whole purpose of it.
We need somebody to make sure it's not water in there.
I know, right?
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna buy a bottle and open it right here on the air.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. All right. Anybody got anything special y'all eating on Super Bowl Sunday?
Yes.
You know what? We gonna do homemade Polish boys since we can't have them in Arizona. That's what we gonna do.
Homemade Polish boys. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Illy.
Pizza and wings.
You just gave me that
Wings.
idea by asking.
See,
I
I
just came
don't-
up with that.
I don't believe the vegetable thing, and
I don't either.
I need you to
That's
send
why
it
he
to
gotta
that.
eat carrot sticks all
That's
Super Bowl
not
Sunday.
true.
Google
Are
the
they
number
counting-
one food eaten on Super Bowl Sunday.
Are they counting the